Good morning, everyone. Welcome back again. Today, we are going to learn about temperature and its measurement for class 6. Let us begin. Temperature. What is temperature? It is a reliable measure of how hot or cold an object is. If you touch any object, you will feel something that it is warm, it is hot, or it is cold. That measure of that object is known as temperature. Now we can understand the temperature by different things like hot and cold. These are the relative terms like hotter body has a higher temperature than a colder body. If you touch something, you will feel that the object is hot. It will tell you about that the temperature of that object is higher. If you touch that and feel cold, it will show you that the temperature of that object is low. Second point is sense of touch fails. Our hand can trick us. Yes, water that feels warm to cold hand may feel cold to a warm hand. Or if you say that if a glass of water is having a certain temperature and if we touch our one hand, if we put our one hand in that, it may feel hot sometime. And on the other hand, if we put the same water, if we give the same water to somebody else, it could be little cold for that person. So it shows that the sense of touch can fail. It cannot say that this particular temperature of an object or a water is same for everybody. Here the sense of touch fails. Now the standard unit. The common unit is a degree Celsius. It is the official scientific SI unit is Kelvin. As we have to measure the temperature of certain things, we need to give them certain units. In that unit, we will denote the measurement of the temperature. Now the types of temperature. There are certain kinds of temperature here. So first we are going to study about the clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometers are used to measure human body temperature. Right? हमारी बॉडी जितना गर्म है या कोल्ड है हमें छूने से तो पता लगता है बट उसका टेम्परेचर कितना है उसका नंबर्स में काउंटिंग कितना है वो हम किससे जान सकते हैं क्लिनिकल थर्मोमीटर से जान सकते हैं normal healthy human body temperature is 37 degrees celsius again we are using here the standard unit degree celsius for a human body and not a kelvin. Now range is usually limited spanning from 35 degrees celsius to 42 degrees celsius. Now this is the temperature, this is a type of a clinical thermometer. It is having a C heat sensors over here and it has a visible temperature screen. Now this digital thermometer is being used nowadays. But earlier the mercury thermometer were used for measuring the body temperature. But it has been replaced by the digital thermometer because of the certain reasons. And the reasons are like it has a kink. This were the mercury thermometer. It has a kink here near the bulb. Now, what was the purpose of this kink? This kink stops the mercury from falling back quickly when the thermometer is taken out of the mouth. To measure the temperature of a body, we need to put this thermometer into our mouth or any arm or in any other area. So this thermometer has a mercury in it. This mercury will shoot up as per the body's temperature and will show you the temperature here in this marker line. Now it also has some kink which allow us to read the correct temperature. But as we all know, the mercury is extremely toxic substance and it is very difficult to dispose if the thermometers break accidentally. Now the mercury thermometer is being replaced by the digital thermometer and also it is very easy to use this kind of thermometers. During COVID-19 pandemic, some special thermometers were used which could measure the temperature of a person from a certain distance. These are called infrared thermometers. They are special because they can measure the temperature without touching a person's body and thus reduce the risk of spreading the diseases. These were highly used during the pandemic. Now, important points to measure in during the use of clinical thermometers, that the normal temperature of a healthy human body is taken to be 37 degrees Celsius. The temperature of a person may not be 37 degrees Celsius. It could vary depending upon the thermostat of a person's body. The body temperature is influenced by many other factors, which includes age and the time of the day and the activity level the person is performing. The temperature of a human being does not normally go below 35 degrees Celsius or more than 42 degrees Celsius. There is another scale of temperature known as Fahrenheit scale. On this scale, the unit of temperature is degree Fahrenheit, which is denoted by degree F. A temperature measured as 37 degrees Celsius on a Celsius scale, it is equivalent as 98.6 degree Fahrenheit on a Fahrenheit scale. जो हम अपना डिजिटल या क्लिनिकल थर्मामीटर यूज करते हैं उसमें हमें डिग्री फ़ारेनहाइट ही मेजर करते हैं. यूजुअली अगर हम उस टेम्परेचर को बॉडी टेम्परेचर को 37 डिग्री सेल्सियस बोलते हैं तो हमारे जो थर्मोमीटर्स होते हैं डिजिटल थर्मोमीटर्स या फिर मर्करी थर्मोमीटर्स दे शो अ डिग्री इन डिग्री फ़ारेनहाइट. 37 degree Celsius is equals to 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Now, in scientific work, there is another scale of temperature which is also known as Kelvin scale, right? In this scale, the unit of temperature is Kelvin and is denoted by letter K. The SI unit of temperature is also Kelvin. Now the SI unit like degree Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin, all the three temperature scales are named in honor of the scientists who have developed these scales. We can easily convert the temperature from Celsius scale to a Kelvin scale by using a formula which is known as the temperature in Kelvin scale is equals to the temperature in Celsius scale added with 273.15. It will give you the result of Kelvin scale. The next type of thermometer we are going to study is the laboratory thermometer. Now, what is it? It is a thermometer which is consist of long, narrow and uniform glass tube which is sealed. Okay, this is a figure of a laboratory thermometer. At one end of the tube is a bulb which contains a liquid. And outside this bulb, if you look carefully, in a tube, a narrow column of a liquid can be seen. Okay, here inside this thermometer is a liquid. There is a Celsius scale marked along the tube. These readings are in the Celsius. The liquid column rises or fall as change in the temperature which will give us the reading. The marks of the Celsius scale with which the top level of the liquid column coincide is the temperature reading. As we all know, if we put the laboratory thermometer in any kind of liquid or certain things, the bulb will be get in contact with the thing for which we have to measure the temperature. Now this liquid around the bulb or in the thermometer will have the temperature of that liquid and it will keep on rising here and will give you the final marking to the point where it is going to coincide. That reading would be the temperature of the liquid or the thing for which we have to observe the temperature. Now, laboratory thermometer is used for taking measurement in science experiments and lab. We cannot use it generally at household, but it can only be found in the science lab. It has a much wider range from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius, unlike digital or a clinical thermometer. They cannot be used to measure human body temperature safely or accurately. Liquid uses in the laboratory thermometers is generally alcohol, which is already colored red to make it easily seen. or you can say you can also use mercury also. Now, there are particular important tips you need to follow while measuring the thermometer reading. Otherwise, you will not have a proper reading of a thermometer. When the thermometer is immersed in the water, like in this position, the bulb should not touch the bottom of the sides or on the bottom of the beaker. The thermometer should be held vertically. It should not be tilted. It should be kept straight. The temperature must be read while the thermometer is immersed in the water, right? While reading the thermometer, the eye should be directly in line with the level of the liquid column to be read. यहाँ पे जितनी भी रीडिंग्स होंगी वो हमें तभी अच्छे से करेक्टली एक्यूरेटली हम देख पाएंगे जब हमारी जो आई होगी वो लिक्विड कॉलम की राइज जो अगेंस्ट होगी उसके बिल्कुल ही परपेंडिकुलर होगी या आसपास होगी। और जो हमारा इसका बॉटम है, जो हमारा थर्मोमीटर होगा, उसका बल्ब जो होता है वो बीकर के साइड्स को या बॉटम को टच नहीं करना चाहिए, तभी हमारी जो रीडिंग होगी वो हम एक्यूरेटली मेजर कर सकते हैं। दिस वाज ऑल इन दिस चैप्टर। इफ यू हैव any doubt or any query, please let me know. Thank you so much.